Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from SegaCDUniverse.com. This is a video response that I've seen go around now a couple times to my friends Pro B-Man 5, aka Bradley, and Ben, aka Shenmue. They both answered it. Excellent answers, guys. These questions started from a user I found through Shenmue named Phoenix. I'm surprised that name wasn't taken. That's very funny. It's Phoen and then space IX. So I subscribed to her today after watching her video. She's got some cool games she likes. She likes Final Fantasy and RPGs and stuff, so I like that. And she looks a little sweet and demure and stuff in her videos, but she gives herself up pretty quickly by saying that as a youth she had bruised her sister by throwing controllers at her. So you can never judge a book by its cover. I'm very sorry, Nancy, that you got hit by those controllers. I'm just kidding. Please don't get upset, Phoenix. I'm joking. So I'm very sarcastic. So she asked 20 questions. I'm going to kind of shoot off the cuff a little bit. I do have some in my head already because I did reread some of them because I really had to think about a few. So here we go. First question, and I'm going to put her channel down in the description. Definitely check out Phoenix, and I'm going to put her questions as well if you want to do a video response to her or me. First question, what is the last game you've played? The last game I played so far is Police Knots. I have the Japanese version on the 3DO. I'm a huge Snatcher fan, so I decided to, with a walkthrough, play Police Knots on the 3DO. I have a legit copy, and it's pretty good so far. I'm up to, I think, almost Act 3 out of 7. A lot of text, but with the walkthrough you kind of get the gist of most of it, so I'm sure I'm missing out on a bunch of funny jokes and stuff. Question 2. What game world would you rather live in? This took me a moment. I threw a couple around. Most of the ones I like are kind of dystopian, like apocalyptic or bad in a way, or cyberpunk, you know, but they're also not very good. It's always kind of like grim and seedy. I'm gonna go with Shadowrun. On the Genesis and the Super Nintendo, I really loved those like seedy Seattle type universes with like jacking into the Matrix and like having hard drives in your head and stuff. So I'm gonna go with that, Shadowrun. What character would you like to be? This one's rough. I'm gonna say this was sort of a game and now it's gonna be one again. They're redoing Mad Max now on the PS4 and the Xbox One. I almost said 360. And it was originally going to come out on the Genesis, but I think they made it into Outlander, if I remember. Oh, excuse me. That was out of nowhere. Sorry about that. They made it into Outlander on the Genesis because they couldn't get the license anymore. So I'm going to say Mad Max or the Road Warrior. I always found his character to be pretty damn interesting. Either him or Jackie Estacado from The Darkness. I like him a lot too. First console you ever played is question number 4. Mine would be the Nintendo. My grandparents had a Nintendo upstairs when we lived below them in an apartment complex as a child. So I was probably about 5, and I'd go upstairs and visit them and play their Nintendo. I'd mentioned this before. I played Mario Brothers and Kung Fu, which was very difficult. Oh, and Karate Kid. Console with the best childhood memories. This one's tough. If we're saying like really young, it's going to be Nintendo. If we're saying like maybe 8, 9, 10, teens, then it's going to be Sega Genesis and Sega CD and Super Nintendo. With all the fun RPGs and Shadowrun on the Genesis. Favorite multiplayer game? This is going to kind of go to 2 of them again. Shadowrun on the Xbox 360 and the PC is amazing. It's a great first-person shooter if you haven't played it. Still has a little small community. And Phantasy Star Online. I love the Phantasy Star games on the internet. I think they're great. I play the PSP version still, and I have the Dreamcast version online still with my broadband adapter. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers. Keep your fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. 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 If anyone got that reference, tell me who it is in the comments. Keeping my fingers crossed that Phantasy Star Online 2 comes to the Vita from Japan, because currently it's only in Japan. What the fuck, Japan? Favorite console of all time? Now it says favorite console currently, so I don't know if they mean, if she means current gen console or favorite console for me currently. I'm going to say I'll do both. How about that? This is question 7, by the way. I don't know why I put up to 5. I meant to say 7. Current gen, it's going to be the 360. I play that fairly frequently, and I play online a lot. And my favorite console currently for me of all time is the Sega CD. Some people would argue that it's an add-on, not a console. Okay, but it's still my favorite. So the Sega CD, or the Mega CD for our UK brethren. What character would you most likely date in real life? I found Jenny from The Darkness, who dated Jackie in the first game, to be really sweet. I thought she was kind of cutesy. I didn't like too much of the gothic-y look they gave her, but I thought she was cute, and her personality was very sweet and came out, I thought, in the game. One of the only games I got kind of emotionally involved, or attached to, I should say. So, Jenny from The Darkness. Favorite character outfit for me. This was a real rough one. I'm going to probably go with, again, Jackie Estacado or Mad Max. I like the Road Warrior's like jacket with his cut-off sleeve. I also like the Matrix, but I've seen people wear that in real life, like that long jacket thing. Yeah, that doesn't really go over too well. Favorite vehicle. I was trying to think of something kind of futuristic from video games, or maybe like a game you would play that you jump into vehicles. But the only thing I can really think of is I love Cadillacs. I'm not a big car guy, but I do love Cadillacs. Old ones especially. So I'm going to go with, what was it? I guess it was the CTS from Project Gotham Racing 3, I think it was. Or Test Drive, any of the Test Drive games, Test Drive Unlimited. I have a Cadillac emblem tattooed on my stomach, actually. So I'm going to go just Cadillacs in general. Favorite soundtrack to a game. This was a tough one, too. I really love Deadly Premonition on the 360 and PS3. It had some really nice music. Very creepy, ominous type music, but good stuff. And probably Earthbound and Chrono Trigger as well on the SNES. For something that is 16-bit, that doesn't have, you know, the best music or something that's fully fleshed out, it really had some nice, beautiful music. What game have you played the most, like multiple times? This is question 12. I don't know why I'm not saying the numbers. Sorry, guys. What games have you played the most? This is probably going to get boring for you guys, but I'm going to again say The Darkness. I played the first game, I think, 2 or 3 times. I think I played it on every level of difficulty. I think I played on easy and then on hard. So it might be The Darkness. I played other games over to where I hadn't beaten them as a kid. So then, like, as an adult, I went back and replayed them, like Lunar, Shadowrun, stuff like that. Shadowrun on Super Nintendo. So I've gotten far multiple times, but then never beaten them. So then I went back and beat them recently. Do you swear during gaming? This is question 13. For those in the north region of the States, swearing, cursing, cussing, whatever you want to call it, I curse constantly. My friend Israel Pacheco on YouTube can vouch for this. When we were playing Anarchy Reigns, anytime I died, I would be like, you fucking motherfucker. I just start, you know, I have Tourette's. I don't have Tourette's. I'm not making fun or anything, but I have Tourette's. I'm saying it in jest. When I play video games, I tend to curse a lot and fuck this, fuck that, blah, 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 blah. Do you throw your controllers? Question 14. No, and I don't throw it at my siblings either, Phoenix. I've never really thrown a controller. I've never broken a controller. I've broken a chair, but I've never broken a controller. I tend to realize they're worth money or they're hard to get, and I don't want to break them. Number 15. What is your favorite genre? Pick one. This was tough for me as well. I like first-person shooters a lot. But I'm going to go with the RPG genre, and I don't mean strict turn-based RPGs. More like the Phantasy Star type stuff, like the online ones, the multiplayer ones, that you can go online and play with lots of people and trade stuff. I like cooperative games where you work together towards a goal. I even love Army of Two for that reason, because I love working together in video games online. Favorite bad guy. This is going to be a weird one. I really had to think about this. I really hated the bad guy, the uncle. What was his name? What was his first name? The uncle from The Darkness pissed me off a lot. I don't want to say why, because I'll spoil the story. But that's not who I'm choosing. I'm going to choose Max Mirage from Psychic Detective on the PlayStation 1 and 3DO and PC. It was a full motion video title where you jump into people's minds and get to see things through their eyes. He was a fucking dick, and he had this like evil, ominous presence to him. And I'm friends with the guy from Psychic Detective on Facebook, Kevin Bresnan, and he's a very nice guy. When I tried to friend Max Mirage, the actor, I can't think of his name right now, he blocked me. So, fuck you, Max. Alright? Thinking you're all cool with your goddamn games you play. You know how many times I lost at the end of that game and got the worst endings because of him? He's a dick. Number 17. Favorite weapon. I'm going to go with the sawed-off shotgun from the Road Warrior Mad Max, which is also used in Fallout. I love shotguns. I'm supposed to go this weekend and get a real shotgun, actually, with my father. I'm supposed to get a couple shotguns. But, so yes, I love shotguns. In video games, I always like using shotguns. Number 18. 5 games you would take with you on vacation or a deserted island. Now, I'm assuming I'm going to say on this deserted island I magically have internet access. So I'm going to say Shadowrun on the 360. Phantasy Star Online, I guess the newest rendition, online to play with people. What else? Geez, this is a tough one. I'll probably say some of my favorite RPGs that I know are long or that you can replay. Maybe like Persona 4 Golden. Maybe like Earthbound. I never really beat that, technically. And I have so many favorite games. That's the problem. And, probably a cheesy Sega CD game like Psychic Detective, or not Sega CD, I'm sorry, Psychic Detective on 3DO. Like a cheesy FMV game like Psychic Detective or Double Switch. Something that, is goofy. Games with the best childhood memories. Jeez. I'm gonna probably say Chrono Trigger. When I was a kid, I really loved that game. I got into it a great deal. That and Final Fantasy 6/3, depending on where you are in the world. I'm sorry that every time I do one of these videos, I tend to say the same things. I don't know if I just didn't play a lot of games, or if at this point some of them really just hold special for me. And finally, what is the worst game you've ever played? Frog Feast. And my friend Adam Koralik, you can check out his channel, his great Sega CD videos. He would probably attest to the same thing. Frog Feast was a oldergames.com and Rastersoft game that got released for the Dreamcast, the Sega CD. It was like an independent title way after the systems were both dead. And it's pretty much, I can't think of the name of the original game. You're just frogs on a lily pad and you just jump up. I think it was for Atari initially. Frog something. You jump up and grab flies or mosquitoes or something, and whoever grabs the most gets points. It's terrible. It's terrible. Why someone thought to port that to the Sega CD and the Dreamcast is beyond me. It looks terrible. So Frog Feast. So thank you, Phoenix, for the question. Thank you, Shemuso and ProBman5 for the awesome responses that kind of made me want to do a response as well. Check out Phoenix on YouTube. I'm going to put her name down in the description. And thank you guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from SegaCDUniverse.com. Be good.